Good evening and welcome back to Sack to the Future 1971. We are into week number 7. And
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time.
So that's right. It is the Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills 1971 action for you. Let me switch the field. There we go. Get the announcers shut down so we can talk about everything Sack to the Future and or 1971 football. So the Dolphins come in leading or in a tie for leading the division at 3-2. The Buffalo Bills on the bottom of the division at 1-3-1. Both teams have already had their bye week. And here's Dennis Shaw, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. You see over 1,100 yards, 103 out of 164. It's pretty good percentage there, 58% or so. Dolphins move all over the place on defense, and then Shaw jumps back into the shotgun, fires, delivers, quick pass to Patrick. Let's take a look at those Buffalo Bills starters. You got Young, O'Donnell, Jarvis, Carr, and Green on the offensive line. Greg Jones, O.J. Simpson, Jan White, Haven Moses. O.J. Simpson is now fully healthy. He tried to come back last game, was ineffective, and sat after a couple plays in the first quarter. But then he had the bye week, so he's completely back, completely healthy. And Jones actually came back a week earlier than expected. Here's the Dolphins defense. Riley, Fernandez, Hines, and Stanfill across the line. Doug Swift, Nick Bonicani, and Mike Colon are the linebackers. The safeties are Petrella and Scott, while Tim Foley and Curtis Johnson are the corners. So again, the Bills, not just O.J. Simpson back to full strength, but Jones actually able to come back early, and he says he's 100%, so came back earlier than expected, but believes to be 100%. So the Bills are all the way back. With that said, the Dolphins are the superior team in the mind of talent evaluators and odds makers, as the Dolphins come in favored by 11. So this game not expected to be very close, even though the Bills are prone to playing very close games. It's in Buffalo, though. We'll see if home field has anything to do with anything. So the Dolphins will start at the 8-yard line. They don't give you the stats of Bob Greasy, but he actually leads the entire National Football League in passer rating. One of 2 quarterbacks who are eligible, who have had enough pass attempts to be eligible. One of 2 quarterbacks with a quarterback rating over 100. The other, Roger Staubach. Now, the Thursday night game was we'll see if the score comes across, but the Thursday night game was the undefeated Chiefs against the Broncos, and the Broncos ended that streak. So there are no longer any undefeated teams here in the AFC. There's one undefeated team in all of football, and that is the Dallas Cowboys. Dolphins have to punt. It's a decent punt. Now, the Bills are all the way back to healthy. The Dolphins are not. The Dolphins, Larry Zonka came back for the last game and then re-injured his, I believe it was knee. I think he's been dealing with a knee injury, or maybe ankle, but either way, he came back and re-injured it, so he's out for another month. So Mercury Morris getting more and more playing time out of necessity. There's a handoff to Jones. He's back. And Jones gets 15 yards. So the Bills have had to deal with running their third running back out there a lot of the season. They now have both their first and second running back, and the rookie got some good experience and did not look too bad. So they actually now find themselves with 3 capable running backs and a fullback. There's a handoff to, that is the fullback, who breaks the tackle, makes a move, 30, 20, 10, he's gone for the touchdown. Well, there you go. The Buffalo Bills score first. Patrick with a huge run. One of 4 people in the backfield behind Shaw who is capable of running the ball now that they've developed the rookie, again, because of all the injuries up front. So now you never know who on the Bills is going to strike, but they ran that ball right down the Dolphins' throat. Jones and then Patrick, 2 plays, 63 yards on the ground. And the Bills say, who's that's supposed to win by 11? As they take a 7-0 lead over the Dolphins. Decent return out across the 30-yard line to the 31. That was Mercury Morris on the return. So Bob Greasy, again, leading the National Football League in quarterback rating. Mostly due to his lack of interception throwing. I think he's thrown 1 or less through 5 games. Turns, hands off to Morris. 3 yards. Oh, and there's movement up front. The Dolphins, false start. That'll push him back to a 2nd and 12. Don Shula not too happy about that call. Second and 12. Kick in front of Morris, but Greasy will drop back. He will throw underneath Morris. What didn't really turn his body, and that was almost picked off. Another dropped interception. So Greasy's interceptions remain low, but his completion's also low today. Pump fake, fires downfield, and that's a nice catch made by Warfield. Definitely the most talented receiver on the Dolphins side of the field. Okay, so the Dolphins, besides Zonka being hurt, Twilly's still hurt. And I believe they have linebacker or safety, I can't remember which one, it's also hurt, and all of them out for another month. So the Dolphins definitely getting hit with the injury bug. The Bills got hit early, but they've kind of recovered from it, and now they are actually a healthy team. Here's Greasy spinning away from trouble and then firing downfield. He completes it. That's a first down. Greasy now completed his last 2 passes to Warfield and Noonan. And now the Dolphins looking to answer. There's a play action pass. Greasy back to pass again. He fires deep downfield. That's complete. It's knocked out. It was knocked out at the last minute, looking for Noonan again. He could not hold on. And so the Dolphins have gone to the air quite a bit, but now they'll finally go to the ground. This is Jim Kick. Huge hole, 30, 20, 15, 10. He's gone for the touchdown. No, that's sorry. That's Cole. I figured they would go with Kick and Morris, so it's not going to be now, but Cole has gotten some more playing time as well. So maybe the third or fourth names that you would expect from both sides, but it's Patrick on one side and then Cole on the other side getting big runs, and people wondering where is the tackling and rush defense gone. Has not shown up yet, and we're tied at 7. 6 plays, 74 yards. Most of it on the ground at the end there. Although it was a pretty split drive between air and ground. The Bills have gone all ground so far. There's a nice return hit at the 26 and drives his way to the 30. So out comes the Buffalo Bills. We've only played 5 minutes here, and each team's already gotten a touchdown. So this is week number 7. We are, still in the modern Madden rules, so we will play 16 games, unlike 14 like they did in real life. 71, 16 game schedule, but this is week 7, 6th game for both of these guys, so we're getting close. I mean, 4 was the quarter-way mark, so you're not quite halfway, but definitely getting deeper into the season. This is where you want to get out of last place if you're the Buffalo Bills. The Dolphins, you want to start taking control of the division. You don't want to find yourself 3-3, 500 this far in. There's a completion underneath. That's O.J. Simpson. So back-to-back plays by O.J. Simpson. And the Bills are already on the Dolphin side of the field. Haven Moses in motion. Shaw drops back, and he's going to try to run, but instead of cutting up on the left side of the right tackle, he tried to go to the edge, and it was read well by the defender. See, Shaw, we're not going to watch it, but Shaw could have cut it upfield and had some yards there, but kept going wide, and the Dolphin defender made the play. Turns it into a 7-yard loss. Shaw back to pass again. And this time he's going to take off. Now he runs to the outside. There's no one there this time. He's across the 40-35. Tits pummeled and drops the ball, but it, luckily for the Bills, goes out of bounds. Shaw may not know where he is at the moment, but he is lucky to still have the ball in his possession. Got the first down, and then this. Bam! The Hawk. Oh, it actually hit Shaw's foot on the way out, and that was lucky because if it doesn't hit Shaw's foot, I think it's going to stay in bounds, and there's all Dolphins around. Shaw didn't know what planet he was on, so it was definitely going to be recovered by the Dolphins, but luckily it hit Shaw's foot and went out of bounds. Hey, what's up, Weasel? 1971 rosters here in Madden 20. That's what we're doing. Here's a handoff to Jones again. His second carry this time, not as impressive. This is Madden 20. Yes. Yep, Madden 20. There's a deep pass from Shaw to Briscoe for the touchdown. Yep, Madden 20. So, I got the 10-hour trial of Madden 23, and it's more than disappointing. It's despicable. It's horrible. So I was going to do something with Madden 22, but I wanted to do historical football, and, Madden 22 got rid of all the references to Redskins, which is fine to not call them the Redskins anymore, but they could have still had the old uniforms, but they don't allow that either, so that was a problem. And then also, since Madden 21 introduced that momentum meter, the games just get crazy, like 2 big plays, and then the momentum's all the way filled up, and then every game turns into a blowout. So we're back to Madden 20, the last decent game. Still has historical uniforms. How long did it take to set up? Okay, so the other reason that Madden 20 is great for historical football is because there's a lot of work done by some very impressive members of the community. So this 1971 roster, there's 2 of them out there. There's the original maker of this roster is Soundwave. I think it's Soundwave 8177. I think that's his name, or you can just search 1971 and it'll show up. He made the original roster. All the work of how the players look and everything is him. Then another person who makes great rosters, I Teach History 78, took that roster and changed it to his style ratings. So his ratings just I like better. Now I did change the ratings further to match my own rating system, but again, most of the work done by others, Soundwave and I Teach History, and then I just put my rating system into it. But besides, even if you don't like 71, there's a 1975 roster, I believe, 1977 roster, a couple 1980s rosters, 3 or 4 1990s rosters, and there's some draft class work by Bubba, who does all the 70s. So literally, I have draft classes lined up for the rest of the 70s. So we'll be doing 71 through 1980, without doing much work other than changing ratings. So tons of stuff is out there for Madden 20, which again, it's the last decent game. Oh, there's Morris just keeps piling through Bill tacklers and finally gets brought down at the 45-yard line. This is, so obviously Madden 20 is a PlayStation 4 game. I have it on disc. I'm playing it on the PlayStation 5 though, so certain aspects of it are a little bit smoother just because obviously PlayStation 5 is a better system than PlayStation 4, but the game is still PlayStation 4. I mean, it's still the PlayStation 4 graphics and everything, which are fine. I mean, they're fine. It's still a better game than Madden 22 or Madden 23 is. Yeah, definitely. Not a problem. There's a throw into a tight window. Greasy got it through. It's complete to Mandich for the first down. So, Weasel, who is your favorite team in the NFL? And, I mean, I'm not sure if that's exactly you in the picture or not. If it is, I would say obviously too young to have been around to watch 70s football, but when did you start watching football? Steelers, okay. Well, so whether you got to see it live or not, as a Steeler fan, you'll probably like this 70s stuff as they are. It's 71, so a little bit before they're real good, but Bradshaw, Mean Joe Green, Jack Ham, I believe, is already on the team. Lambert's not yet, though. So there's still a couple pieces. Franco Harris is not there yet. But some pieces are starting to come together. They're an average team at this point, but we know it's coming. Be very talented shortly in a couple of years here. So, like I said, Bubba and some others, but mostly for the 70s draft classes, it's Bubba that put the draft classes out there. And so we will be doing the draft. It's like a new history, I guess, but we're still keeping the rosters the same. So people will draft how they did, even though they won't finish exactly. So like the number 1 draft pick might not go number 1, but whoever the Bills draft in the 1972 draft, I will make sure that they draft them here. So we know the Steelers are going to draft their Lamberts and their same guys to make sure that they're really good in the 70s, but no guarantee that they'll win anything. In fact, we did some Sack to the Future Sack to the Future started in 1960. We went 60 through about halfway of 66, me and 3 other guys, and replayed, and in those seasons we finished, not one time did we have the real life champion win this Sack to the Future Super Bowl. So the odds are actually against the Steelers for winning 4 Super Bowls in the 70s here in Sack to the Future. But they should still be the most talented team through the 70s. Anything can happen, though. As far as the way 1971 is going, the Cowboys, of course, in real life, 1971, met the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. Cowboys won the whole thing, and right now, in week number 7, the Cowboys are the last remaining undefeated team. So again, I mean, ratings do matter. The teams that are supposed to be good usually are pretty good, but they just don't always win the whole thing. Moore's showing some nice moves. Again, Zonka's hurt, so no Larry Zonka in this one. Morris is filling in nicely, and Jim Kick's still out there. Oh, this time they reversed it. They put, they actually put Ginn, and Ginn's got his 3rd carry. They've used Cole and Ginn, too, so the Dolphins are still using 4 different guys in the backfield. Just no Larry Zonka. There's Mercury Morris gets hit, but drives across the first down marker.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Mercury Morris, the man with the most speed in the Dolphins backfield.
Ready, break. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's out. Ready.
Kick has grabbed the most touchdowns so far. Zonka's been hurt for most of the year. He was hurt, came back, and then got hurt again. There's Morris, a little bit too much dancing back there, and Wyatt made him pay with a loss. Hey, yeah, thanks for checking it out, Weasel. Hope you do. Hope you come back for some more 70s football. I mean, it takes a while to get through the seasons, but I'm sure you'll appreciate the 73 through 79 seasons with how good those Steelers teams will be. But yes, have a good night. Hope I see you again. Greasy now, play action pass, fires downfield. He's got his man, Marv Fleming, the tight end. And he holds on, hit by 2 different Bills at the same time, but holds on to the football. Nice catch. Now here's a handoff. Oh, nice move there by Morris. And one man to beat, and he could not beat him, but still a big carry. Richardson saved the touchdown. The Bills contract their line to the middle. Let's see if they guess right or if this is an outside run. It is a run up the middle, but a nice block and move. It might have been holding, though. Yep, I was going to say, the Bills guessed right, and the Dolphins still ripped open a big hole, but that's because they were holding. So it's easier when you cheat, but when you get caught, you got to pay the price. Hand off to Jim Kick. He slams into Dunaway and gets a couple. 2nd and 16. Greasy taking all the time down. Hand off to Cole again. Cole, you see it, 4 carries, 49 yards and a touchdown. 3rd and 14. Greasy's going to have to throw. Drops back. Good job of the line. Gets it out to Kick, who turns upfield and gets close, but short of the first down. And the Dolphins are going for it. The Dolphins from the 40-yard line of the Buffalo Bills are going for it. Bills have all kinds of guys. Greasy drops back to pass. The offensive line does an amazing job keeping people off of Greasy, and he's able to hit Fleming for the first down. So that was a play won by the offensive line of the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins have been pretty balanced. 15 carries, 15 pass attempts. And off the Jim Kick, that's his very first carry, surprisingly. With Zonka out, Kick has carried the ball only 1 time. And there's a fake to Cole and then a pass to Cole. And Cole gets up to the 21, brings up a 3rd and 2, so Cole getting much more playing time than expected. Morris and Cole are basically the features backs, with Kick being kind of left out. Play action pass fake to Morris, and then Greasy comes and throws it out of bounds. Oh, it was actually caught, so they lose 3 yards on the play. So out comes Uprenian for the field goal attempt. The lefty kicker from 41 yards away puts it right through. And the Dolphins chop the Bills' lead down to 4 points. But again, the Dolphins were set as 11-point favorites in this one. No. I can't remember if it was 9 or 11 now. We'll split the difference. We'll say they were 10-point favorites. But the Bills have surprised them so far, up 14-10. Shaw getting last-minute instructions. Quick throw Shaw goes with, and Moses had some blocking going out there, but Briscoe wasn't able to break any more than one tackle, so that's a no-gainer. 2-minute warning. So how will the Bills play this? If they run it and get nothing, the Dolphins will probably start using their timeouts. So you could get the Dolphins to use 2 of their timeouts before you give them the ball back. Or you could go for it yourselves. Let's see. Shaw's going to pass. It's going to be tipped. Oh, it was tipped up in the air, and then Briscoe got his hands on it but did not catch it. Took his eyes off of it at the last second, I guess. Now Shaw fires. He completes, and that's Haven Moses getting the first down. And the Bills will not call timeout. They'll let a little bit of time tick off. Still giving themselves either way they could go here. Fires over the middle. That's complete and all the way down inside the Miami 40. And now we know we're going for the score. So now you might see the Bills still do not call timeout. That's Braxton, the rookie who filled in for the injured OJ and Jones. Oh, no. Shaw fires. It's picked off, and now we might have a pick six. Is there anyone that could catch him? There is not. Shaw's not going to get there. That's a touchdown. Pick six. And unfortunately for the Bills trying to get more points before the half, they actually give up the lead. Foley picks it off, returns it for the touchdown. And the Dolphins have their first lead of the game, 17-14. Well, now you got a kickoff here. The Bills still have all 3 timeouts, and they were going for it last drive, so might as well go for it again unless that interception has gotten into the psyche of Shaw or a coach or two. Shaw comes out from the shotgun, so it looks like they are still behind their man. Shaw will look. He'll throw short. A couple Dolphins there to make sure that doesn't go anywhere. Shaw now steps up and doesn't have anywhere to go. Gets sacked, and surprisingly, the Bills call timeout. That might have been a mistake. Shaw will step up and get sacked again, and now, instead of no one calling the timeout, and we have only about 10 seconds left here, or making the Dolphins call the timeout last play, so that they're down to 1, you let the Dolphins keep 2 timeouts. And now the Dolphins, let's see what this return is. It's up to the 42. I don't see why not. If you go a couple 9-yard passes, boom, boom, get the ball to the Buffalo 40.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Greasy quick drop, fire. Ooh, overshot everyone. Looked like he was going for the quick 8-yard strike. Well, the first thing is get a first down. If you get a first down, call timeout, and then go for points. Greasy fires, completes. That's the first down to Paul Warfield. You call a timeout. Okay, now at the 43. Still got one more timeout, so you can use any part of the field. If you can get 5 yards to get out of bounds, do it. If they leave something open, 15 yards downfield, get that. Call the timeout. Greasy drops back. He will throw it. It's complete, and it's about 10 yards in the middle of the field. They will call timeout, I think. Did they call timeout? That was Jim Kick. They do. Well, they actually let more seconds run off and then call timeout with 9 seconds to go. So Yeprenian might come out right now. He does for 51-yarder. This is 1971. These kicks that are over 50 are not definites like they are in modern football, but Yeprenian does get enough to put it through, and the Dolphins extend their lead. So collapse of the Buffalo Bills here after the 2-minute warning, giving up 10 points in the final 2 minutes of the half. And instead of having a lead going into the locker room, they will be down by 6 after this Shaw and Neal to get rid of the last second. There it is. All right, so this is the Sunday, noon game, 1 o'clock game. So the only thing that has finished is that Thursday night game. We don't need to watch the halftime report for that. I'll just tell you that in that Thursday night game, the Denver Broncos continue to have their amazing out-of-nowhere run defensively as they stopped the undefeated Chiefs, held them to just 7 points. Won the game 13-7. The Chiefs are no longer undefeated. The Denver Broncos, in all but like one game this year, have held their opponents to single digits. I don't know where the 71 Broncos defense is coming from, but it is a very stout defense here in 71. Broncos and Chiefs are now tied at 6-1 in that division. And the Cowboys, of course, sit alone as the only undefeated team. Here, though, the Dolphins and Bills are in a fight. Bills collapsed a little bit in the last 2 minutes of the first half, but most of the first half they were outplaying the Dolphins. Still a pretty well-played game from both sides. Each team has turned it over once. Look at that. Mercury Morris, again, breaking tackles left and right, but all those broken tackles still leave him 1 yard short of the first down. So the Bills forced the Dolphins to punt. And that's good because they gave up 10 points in the final 2 minutes, and the Dolphins were getting the ball, so they could have kind of turned this into a blowout. But the Bills don't let games get away from them. Every game they've been in this year, even though they have a 1-3-1 record. There's one game that they got beat soundly enough where you knew they had no chance to pull out the win, but all the other games they could easily have won. They could fairly easily be 4-1, but they're not. Now, it is also fair that the game that they won and tied, they could have easily lost, so they could be 0-5 as well. They just played close games. And this is another one-score game that they're involved in. Shaw, quick drop, incomplete there, 10 of 15. Shaw's been pretty good this year. As you saw, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions coming in. So he's at 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions up to date. There's a completion out to Jan White. He hits the first down and then turns it upfield all the way down to the 22-yard line. Jan White has been a heck of a pick out of Ohio State. Electrified the fans in Buffalo with a 12-reception game in his debut. Has not had another game as good as his first, but he's still been solid, picking up a handful of catches week in and week out. There's a snap, handoff to Jones, makes one man miss, breaks a tackle at the 20. 4 carries, 19 yards. Now it's a handoff to Patrick, and he fights his way down to the 10. That was just Patrick's second carry. His first carry was a 40-plus yard touchdown run. Second carry there. Gains just about 6. Shaw on the delay. He gives it to O.J. Simpson. That's his 5th carry for 36 yards. See, they're really spreading the ball out, are the Buffalo Bills. There's a handoff to O.J. Simpson again, and he spins his way down to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. If they can get in the end zone, they can regain the lead. Shaw, quick drop. Drops a little bit further back. Throws it complete, but short of the end zone. Coy makes the catch, but Nick Bonacani keeps him out of the end zone. And the Bills will come out to attempt a field goal, cut this lead in half. Kick's good. It's 17-20. Bills fight back to within 3. Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go. Let's do this.
All right, total yards 256 to 231 in favor of the Buffalo Bills. Bills leading on the ground. There's a handoff, though, to Mercury Morris, trying to change that. Gets a first down. Both teams have gone over 100 yards on the ground. Morris, you see, at 44 yards on 9 carries. Dolphins have been balanced as well. 19 rushes, 20, now 2 passes. Greasy throws, completes across the 40, inside the 30, and finally tackled at the 22-yard line. Paul Warfield, a dangerous weapon on the outside. Dolphins now have taken the lead in total yards. And they lead on the scoreboard, 20-17. Bills need to keep them out of the end zone here. It's a handoff, a broken tackle, inside the 10, all the way down to the 4-yard line. That's Jim Kick, just his 3rd carry, but he made that one count. All right, they got 3 running backs behind Greasy here. Definitely a running look. Handoff to Morris. He cuts it back, gets inside the 2, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Looks like Jim Kick is back there. They will pitch it to him. He gets 1 block. He tries to split defenders, but unable to. Actually loses yards. Nice tackling by the Buffalo Bills there. Cowlings in on the tackle. Bills putting everything in the middle. There's a wide open if Greasy just stands up and fires to the slot receiver. Oh, he didn't see it. Ends up having to throw it away. So that's a missed touchdown there. Greasy, who again leads the league in passer rating, but missed an opportunity, which I think was just if he would just popped up and fired to the slot receiver there, I think that's a touchdown, or it would take a heck of a tackle to stop him at the 1. But alas, they don't see that. Greasy just throws it away, and Ukrainian does put the 3 points through. So the Dolphins answer the Bills' field goal with a field goal of their own, and we're back up to a 6-point game. What was that? Jones has all kinds of problems with it. What the heck? Jones lost his balance. He took his eye off the ball or something, and then had to catch it down by his shoelaces, and then that just threw his balance off. He's stumbling. By the time he regained his balance, there was all kinds of Dolphins down there, and just a horrible return. Bills have to start at their own 12-yard line. That was very odd. Well, they're going to hand off, though, here. And a nice run by Patrick, who's averaging 20 yards a carry. Gets up to the 20-yard line. Shaw now will hand it off again. This time O.J. Simpson, and he gets the first down. There's some movement from both the offense and the defense. Shaw drops back into the shotgun. He'll take it and spin and then fire over here to his running back O.J. Simpson, but that's a loss. Shaw now. Quick drop, complete to Briscoe, up to the 29. Third and 4. Shaw waiting, firing downfield. He's got the man across midfield. Shaw put the ball in between a couple Dolphin defenders. Perfect throw and a big play to the rookie Hill. The Hill's showing a couple flashes here and there. He only gets, a couple catches. Some games you don't even see him in the box score, but he has shown an ability to get away from defenders on occasion. I'm not sure if it's playing time or he just needs to be more consistent, but he shows a talent level that's exciting for Bills fans. Just need to see more of it. Braxton, also a rookie that has filled in nicely when some injuries hit Jones and Simpson. So Jan White has been solid as the rookie tight end. So some rookies on this offense with a little bit more consistency levels, and Jones and Simpson not getting hurt at all. They might turn into something near the, for the second half of 71. 1 quarter left. Dolphins leading the Bills as expected, but haven't put them away. Bills within one score. There's a shot downfield from from Shaw. He hits Hill again, so there's the flash we're talking about. Two nice routes on this drive. Hill's been the main target, and the Bills are just 15 yards away. Shaw, a delayed handoff to O.J. Simpson. Simpson gains just 2. Handoff to Braxton, one of the other rookies, and he loses 3 yards in his only carry for the day. 3rd and 11. Now you're in field goal range. You want to make sure to get at least the 3 points, but they're going to actually delay handoff. OJ does not get anything on that one. Didn't trick Richardson, but they remained in field goal range. So the Bills got a field goal. The Dolphins answered in the 3rd, and now in the 4th, the Bills get another field goal. It's 23-20. This game remaining close throughout. Neither team has ever had a lead by more than 1 score. It's been a 1-score game for the entire duration of this one. And the ripped down by the face mask. That's going to put the Dolphins all the way up to midfield. A short kick followed by a face mask penalty tackle. And the Dolphins get to start right on the 50-yard line. Wow. So it won't be hard for them to answer that field goal with a field goal of their own. Greasy plays. He might go for a big shot here. Deep downfield. He's got it. That's what good teams do. You make a mistake, they make you pay. 32 yards. And just like that, the Dolphins are already 1 play from scrimmage after the Bills get a field goal. The Dolphins are already in field goal range. Here's a handoff to Ginn, who powers through a tackle. 5 carries, 21 yards, 2nd and 4. So now the Bills have to rally on defense and stop the Dolphins to a field goal. Otherwise, the Dolphins will probably be on their way. Handoff to kick. He's trying to get through. Gets a couple. 3rd and 1. Here's a big play. The Bills only put 4 guys on the line, but they're kind of spread out. No position to stop the run, but Greasy is going to throw, so they guessed right. Oh, but Greasy puts it right at the back of the end zone, and Warfield makes a grab for the touchdown. They use the entire end zone there, and Warfield sticks his feet into the ground, makes the catch. Bills can't believe it. Quick strike Dolphins attack set up by great field position. They got to start at the 50, and they went 50 yards, and now we have our first big lead of the game. Dolphins, I couldn't remember if they were 9 or 11-point favorites. So you split that difference, that's 10. They're up by exactly 10, so maybe the Madden ratings are working for this game after all. But the Bills have a never-say-die attitude that is apparent. They've gone to overtime 3 different times already in their first 5 games. 30-20. They're going to need a nice comeback here. O.J. Simpson refusing to go down until he gets 3 yards. And now they'll fake it to O.J. and Shaw is going to launch it deep, way downfield, one-on-one coverage, and Haven Moses unable to come down with it. He almost came down with a huge play. But now it's 3rd and 7. Bills. Oh! That was a great blitz pickup by O.J. Simpson. But Shaw ended up getting sacked anyways. But it looked like he was going to get killed, and then O.J. just took out Nick Bonacani, which is, he was coming with a lot of speed. That was going to probably be a forced fumble or something. So still a great job by O.J. picking up that blitz, even though Shaw got sacked anyways. All right, so now the Dolphins starting to exercise their control of this game. Bills need to come up with a 3 and out. Dolphins up to a 10-point lead now. Hand up to Mercury Morris. He's Oh, Chandler, Edgar Chandler, the middle linebacker. He was, if you remember earlier this season, he got knocked out of the game and came back before the game was over. It looks like he's going to sit out at least to play here. Again, Greasy gets rid of the ball before getting blasted. So that's an incompletion rather than a sack. But it does bring up a 3rd and 9. Bills have their chance to get the 3 and out that they need. A quick throw from Greasy, nice tackle. They do get the 3 and out, so the Bills defense does what it has to keep them in this thing. And the Dolphins will punt. Oh, he makes a man miss. Gets across the 30 up to the 34-yard line. Nice return by Jones there. Okay, so out comes Dennis Shaw. 34-yard line of his own side of the field. Needs 66 yards to make things interesting. Shaw comes, throws to the right side. He's got Jan White. Clock still running halfway through the 4th quarter. Bills down by 10. Rushing yards almost dead even. Passing yards also pretty close. Shaw, he's going to tuck it and run. Gets a couple. 3 carries, 18 yards now for Shaw on the day. Oh, the Dolphin almost jumped. Quick, like a one-step drop from Shaw. Then he throws it into the ground, and they are going to play. It's time to play. 6 minutes. You need 2 scores. This is the game, some might say. Right here, right now, 4th and 5. Shaw fires, and it's knocked away. What brilliant pass defense by the safety, Scott. And it's going to be hard for the Bills to recover from. However, if they give up a field goal, they're still within 2 scores. Play after pass. Greasy wants to hurt him big. He's got time. Decides to go underneath the kick, who does get the 1st down anyway. All right, now you can start working on the clock. Even if you stop for a field goal, you should be able to get it down to 4 minutes here. Bills got to be thinking about trying to strip the ball. Pitch out to the outside. Mercury Morse picks up one huge block, then spins out of another tackle up to the 21-yard line. Dolphins have hit 150 yards on the ground. There's a handoff to Kick, who breaks a tackle. Ultimately loses yards, though. 3rd down, huge play as far as the clock is concerned. Greasy floats it out there. It's caught, but the Bills, not only do they stop him from getting the 1st down, they push him out of bounds. So that was as effective as an incomplete pass, really. The Bills do a nice job there. And the Dolphins will look to add 3 points back onto the board. But the Bills did what they had to do, keeping it a 2-score game and keeping the Dolphins from getting it down to 3:30. There's still 4 minutes, the extra 30 seconds or 40 seconds definitely will matter. Bills return it right up to the 25, so here we go. Shaw, now you need a touchdown. All 3 timeouts so they can... they kind of have to go hurry up mode. Probably can't run very often. You could slip one in here and there, but you can definitely still use the middle of the field. You just have to get this ball into the end zone. Shaw throws underneath. Got to get the 1st downs. Okay, he got it. If you're going into the middle like that, you cannot come up a yard short of the 1st down. You got to get the 1st down, which he did. 2:40 to go. Shaw fires. That's incomplete. Good job. Good job. Not sure he dropped it on purpose, but the right play is to drop it. 6 yards is not worth the time it would take. Got to go sidelines short or... Oh, can't do that. Under no circumstances can you throw it to the other team, but the Dolphins pick it off. And that should do it. The Dolphins actually are going to cover now, it looks like, because they're up by 13 and they have the ball. Well, it was a close game for most of it, though. I mean, right now it still looks fairly close. If the Dolphins bust out a touchdown or something here, it's going to look like a blowout when it wasn't. It was a pretty competitive game, but the Dolphins just are the better team. Third and 9. The Bills can't stop them here. It's still a hard field goal. But instead, Morris breaks forward for the first down, and that'll do it. That will take away the rest of the Bills' timeouts, and the Dolphins will be kicking a field goal with like 10 seconds to go. So it's all over. Hand off to again. That's it. Dolphins are out of timeouts. Bills are out of timeouts. Dolphins can get it down under 30 seconds before they have to kick a field goal. But Greasy's going to throw. The only way the Dolphins can't win this game is if he throws an interception, but he completes it to Warfield. And now they could literally just kneel this game out, but it looks like they're going to try to rub it in. This is a divisional game. They do not like each other, and the Dolphins are trying to run up the score against the Buffalo Bills. Kick gets stopped. They can take this down to about 20 seconds. Okay, one more kneel will do it. It looks like Greasy and the Dolphins will just kneel. So not as dirty as some teams who run up scores, but they're not as good as any undefeated teams either. Dolphins do get a win. And the losing streak, get back to winning. Buffalo Bills. Losing streak continues. They remain in last place in the division. They're playing close games. I mean, hasn't been horrible coaching or anything. They're just not as talented as their opponents most of the time. Hard fought, but you see the Dolphins end up winning both in passing and running when all's said and done. And the Dolphins come into Buffalo and win the game. Thank you for watching. We'll have more Sack to the Future possibly tonight. We might show some Giants-Cardinals tonight. Otherwise, we should see you again tomorrow night. Thank you and have a good time.